That's so cool. I can hail, like we can hail, Sincere, I'm going to hail you. Damn it, Jim. Communicator's not working. Oh, shit. Okay. This is crazy. Full moon that's happening. It'll be on July 23rd. And full moons are always about like the sun's over here and the moon's at the opposite side. And that's what means a full moon. Exact degrees of sun and the moon exactly opposing each other, totally on opposite ends. And the moon is known as a giant mirror, a giant reflector. So whatever sign the sun is in, that tells us what the moon's going to be reflecting. Leo energy is all about my happy place, all about let's laugh, let's find something to laugh about, let's find a way to have a good time. It's entertainment, it's sports, it's gambling, it's taking a risk with my money and my body. It's, I got to do something to have fun. That is Leo energy. And then the beauty, of course, is that the moon will be reflecting that. Will actually be reflecting that. We are going to have Mercury squaring Chiron. You guys have any questions? I'll say sometime afterwards. Look at Chiron at 12:55. July 15th, it's in the red. That means that it's going retrograde. So Chiron in Aries energy, Chiron representing our deepest emotional wound. Aries energy, Cancer energy, Capricorn energy, or Libra energy. In any of those cardinal signs at 12, 13, 14 degrees, you're going to notice. You're going to feel it. And you will actually likely already be starting. It's possible you could already be starting to feel it because before something goes backwards, it slows down. And so when something slows down, its meaning, its power is felt more strongly. Chiron's going to be standing still. What does it mean? It's the emotions. It is the deepest wound. It is a wound from your past. Now, this wound has to do with what? It has to do with the body because it's Aries. It has to do with your actions, your head, your physical head. It can also be the way you think or the lack of thinking, the lack of compromise because it's Aries. Remember the opposite of Aries? Libra. And Libra is all about being the diplomat. Knowing how to compromise, knowing how to say, I really want to do this, but I'm really interested in what you want to do as well. I want to hear this and I want to hear this. I want to hear both sides. Your thoughts, your feelings, your wants are important as well. That is Libran energy. It's very beautiful. Libra's ruler is Venus. Well, Venus is in Leo right now, right? Venus being in Leo, very powerful, and that Venus is at 22 and Mars is at 21. They're still working together. Female and masculine energy still working together. Creative energy, children, our children, not just having children, but anything you create, you would consider your child. Like the girls, Taffy and Zoe, yeah, they're like my kids. So it's your children, your children's actions. Cardinal, Chiron, Aries energy, all about our actions with our bodies. But so much is about the appearance. And I've mentioned this in the past about the damn masks, right? People are like, can we be done with these masks already? Now, I get it. It's been a long time. You know, it's like, hey, what the hell? And so there's a whole lot of things to consider. And for me, my go-to in all of this, to get myself through the pandemic and all the rules and not following the rules and following the rules and all the differences of opinion, you know, all the different personalities, not one thing can satisfy everybody, right? So for me, it's like, okay, I got to do a little bit of this. I got to do a little bit of that. I got to consider this. I got to consider that. In studying astrology, 360 degrees into consideration. Can't simply look at something in someone's chart and say, well, I'm looking at this here, and so it means this. And then not talk about everything else. That would be a great disservice to them. Have to consider every other sign and all the contributing pieces of information, the big picture. It's a little bit of this and it's a little bit of this. You have to do what's right for you as well. Whatever sits right with you and for your family. At the end of the day, that's what it comes down to. You know, if it harms none, let it be done. That part of the wound in Chiron, in Aries, because Aries is appearances. Yes, there are people who don't want to wear the mask, had these super pretty faces, right? Who people did favors for based on their looks. Like they always got the best table in the restaurant. They got put to the front of the line based on their looks. So if you got a mask on and it's kind of covering all that, it's almost like that benefit has been decreased in some way. It just keeps coming through. It keeps coming through. The ego is involved because that's Aryan energy. And others needing to see others' faces, because many, when they look at eyes, it doesn't tell them much. Eyes can be very revealing, but not everybody sees stuff with eyes. They want to see the face. They want to see the smile. They want to see the pearly whites. And for them, it feels more comforting. It feels like it gives them more information on someone's intent. There's a whole lot of that involved too. And when Chiron stands still, Mercury then is at 6 degrees. This is wonderful, actually. It's not a combative energy. July 13th, July 14th, July 15th, Cancer, Capricorn, and Libra energy. Okay. And so the difficulty could be in relationships if you're Libran, but it's significant one-on-one relationships. If it's Capricorn energy, could be at work. Could be somebody who is an authority over you, right? The boss energy. It could be your goals and your ambitions. It could be stressful. Capricorn is also responsibilities. So there could be more responsibilities, or the same responsibilities somehow feel heavier. Cancer energy, right? Cancer energy is emotions and feelings. It's family issues. The public in general. Watch the magic. Let's travel together through time. We're getting close. We're at 11:33. This is squaring the Chiron energy, our emotional wounds from our past. So here's the thing about these emotional wounds from the past. When we're talking about our appearance, when we're talking about our ego, when we're talking about the actions we want to take with our body, remember, Aryan energy is impulsive. It lacks long-term thinking. It looks at something, it says, oh, I want to go there. And then it just goes. It doesn't look at the pothole in the road. It doesn't see the big crack. It doesn't see the big puddle, right? It just sees the goal and it goes. It lacks the thinking. But here is a square, which is stress and tension. And this is with the public, right? So there's going to be information that comes through. It might be stressful. It squares Chiron. It's the wound about our appearance, about the actions we get to take with our bodies. Because all this is leading up to the full moon. Now, this is not a scary, freaky time. Actually, we have so much support because look, at 11:33, Mercury is sextiling Uranus. This is beautiful. This is a wonderful, wonderful thing. I'm really happy and excited to share this because this is super supportive. This is science. Remember, Uranus is the astrologer, but it's your friends, it's groups, it's science, it's the inventions. Yes, it's the vaccine. It's information coming through. It's supportive in a beneficial way. It adds ease to our values, our natural resources, our money, what we value, who we value. Yeah, Uranus, the sign of shocks and surprises, and it's innovative energy. This is electrical energy. This is the universe, downloads from the universe. The universe has been trying to teach us to change our values. It has been trying to say, we need to take a look at our resources, to reevaluate how we're treating our natural resources. Venus energy, it's what we love, who we love. It's also how you make your money. So many people, myself included, all that's changing and it's supposed to. So don't fight that change. So it's changing the material, tangible world. That's the goal. So these changes that we're living through, that we're experiencing, all is happening as it should. Even though there's destruction and death. I know it's like one of those pills that it's bittersweet. You don't want, or it tastes like crap. You don't want to swallow that crap on that teaspoon, that cough medicine. It's horrible. But at the end of the day, you need it. It's what's for the best for the long term. And it's not just for the best for the long term in the material world, right? This is all about trying to help planet Earth elevate. It's going through a graduating process. And us as individuals here, we can help the planet by allowing the energy to flow through us because we are the conduits. We are the channels. And believe it or not, the Earth needs every physical human being's body to allow the energy from above to channel through us. It goes through our body. It goes out our feet and goes directly into the earth, runs straight down to her golden core. The color gold and the beautiful pink, but it's not pink like you think. It's like a white pink, right? But it's electrical. It's, yeah, and gold, not gold like you think, like is in the jewelry, but an electric gold, right? It's at the core of the earth. This helps her in big, big, big ways. So having Uranus talking to Mercury, but it's about our values and some sort of an ease. Mars at 23 in Leo, and we have Venus at 26. Venus is getting close to leaving the sign of Leo to the full moon, which is on the 23rd of July. It's a Friday. It's at 9:37 p.m., and that's Central Time Zone. The sun is at 1 degrees. Now, but what we're seeing is Jupiter at 0:27, the sun at 1:26, which meant hours before the sun and Jupiter were exactly communicating with each other. 150 degrees away from each other is an uncomfortable, but it's uncomfortable in like an irritating way. However, not so much this time. Jupiter is quite powerful. The sun is our life force. Jupiter, yes, considered the ancient ruler of the Piscean energy, Neptune energy, right? Piscean energy. Very powerful, benevolent, gift-giving. It really is all about empathy and compassion and unity. There's support for us at this time of healing. It can bring in the power of the guardian angels, making things that are uncomfortable, making problems disappear. It's like all of a sudden, this issue was here, and all of a sudden, it was like somebody swooped in and took it away. You have to be open. You have to be open and believe that that kind of stuff is possible. Of the South Node of releasing and letting go, and Juno energy. Letting go of beliefs. It's in Sagittarius. Beliefs about spirituality, beliefs about religion, beliefs about my future, beliefs about higher learning, beliefs about long distance traveling, beliefs about, your philosophy on life, beliefs about foreigners. Switching that up, understanding the unity at the back of all things and beings. And this is what the South Node traveling to the sign of Sagittarius has been doing. And the North Node in Gemini has been trying to train us with a new job, a new trade, being willing to barter and trade, being willing to understand we have something of value in our skill set where we can attain things with our skills, and realizing our own value, Uranus and Taurus. What's the setup? What are the events leading to the full moon? The moon in Aquarius is going to be reflecting what the sun is shining the light on joy and fun and creativity. It's shining the light on being happy, how we take risk in our lives, right? It's entertainment as well. We have free will. And the sun is a big factor when it comes to free will. So the moon reflecting the sun, the Leo sun, the fun and the creativity and the children and the risks that we take with our bodies, the moon will be reflecting that. And so we are going to go through a release. There is something that we're going to hear, something we're going to experience of Aquarius. This may come through from a friend. This may come through a digital communication. So you could be online on a social platform because it's Aquarius. Anytime you're in a group of people, this is science, astrology. It is flight, going where no regular man has gone before. We are now transporting human beings to space, suborbiting, meaning we are taking trips in spacecrafts that are for people like, I want to say you and me, but I don't have $250,000 for that flight. But eventually the goal is the regular Joe can get a flight to go to the point in space where gravity is not a factor anymore, where the pull of the earth is not a factor anymore, where you can look down upon the planet Earth and see her beautifulness. It has to do with children because it's what the sun is going to be reflecting, whether it's the way kids play, whether the way it is that you play, some form of fun, some form of entertainment. Do people consider going to space as entertainment? And Leo energy is very courageous. The sign that says, look at me, I'm the star, I'm on the stage, I'm in the news. Once the sun reflects something to the moon, there's a release coming of some sort. And if you have matching degrees, it might be a big deal for you. In fixed signs, 0, 1, and 2 degrees, There might be a surprise because it's the moon in Aquarius. I wanted to say Uranus is the ruler of the sign of Aquarius. So we have to consider all the keywords for Aquarian, for the Uranian energy. My Mercury's really messing with me. Uranian energy is about, I'm doing something different. I'm doing something new, something cutting edge, something nobody else has done before. So the moon in Aquarius releasing something. So if you have something in Scorpio and Taurus at 0, 1, or 2 degrees, likely the full moon will be uncomfortable for you because it sets up a 90-degree angle. They test us. There could be some surprises involved. A risk that you took could be some people finding out they're having a baby. It's hard to do predicting at this time because when the sun is in Leo, it is very powerful. It's like your willpower kind of supersedes things. So whatever it is that you find yourself being very willful about, this can go a lot of different ways. Again, we have a lot of support from the universe. My mind's eye right now says go find Mercury. So what do we see? Mercury at 2147. Again, beautiful energy, really beautiful energy. This is like the universe stepping in. This is like all the planets out there stepping in because this is at 2147. All you guys have been hearing me talk about is how Mercury is squaring Neptune, and this is not good for the pandemic. Well, guess what? Guess what? Neptune and Mercury are both in water signs, which means it's a trine. Beautiful. Neptune sending supportive energy to our lungs, to the way we talk and think and communicate and relate. Neptune sending supportive energy to our home and our family, our emotions and our feelings. This is a time for divine healing. It's really having deep conversations with Neptune. It's soothing the mind. It's soothing the thoughts. Sleep may become way easier. I want to give a heads up here before I go into questions, focused on the fact that Mercury moves fast. And remember, I said that pandemic is Neptune. Keep in mind that Mercury, as it travels, it will get to the sign of Virgo. Mercury, when it leaves Cancer, it's going to go into Leo. After Mercury gets out of Leo, it's going to go into Virgo energy. I'll create a separate video for that, but that's to give you a heads up to know that that is coming, to look for these things in your own chart, to look for that and to see what kind of a time is this going to be for me and my family. We'll do a detailed chart on that, navigating the waters of life strategically. A force field. Let's put up our force field. How does that sound? Ready for warp. Yes, put your seatbelt on. Did you hear the force field? Shields up. Go to warp. That was pretty cool. We're going to beam somebody up on the screen. I'll beam them in. That's really... What do you think of that? I mean, it's Leo energy, damn it. We got to have fun. Like, okay, how can I make this into the bridge? Shit. If you want to come on the live, I'll beam them in. I could do this. Hello, we've beamed them in. And then we say goodbye. And we beam them out. Let's have a replicator. You want something to eat? I was looking for some water. I just replicated some water. Right? Captain Kirk. Kirk had to be a Leo. Absolutely, right? Oh, we can hail somebody. Let's hail somebody. Sincere, I'm going to hail you. Oh, that wasn't as exciting as I thought it would be. Let's hear their transporter beam. I'm liking that. Oh, the door. Damn it, Jim. The communicator's not working. Oh, shit. Okay.